Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela, and today I am trying something new. I really like watching reading vlogs. I think they're fun. Also, this is my cat, Puta. He sits on laps well, so he'll be here for a bit. But I really like reading vlogs, and I've learned recently that I'm not great at making them, or the anxiety it gave me made me want to step away. So the parts I like about reading vlogs are when people check in and I get to know like people's middle thoughts. So I figured what I'll try is recording twice a week and then posting basically like a week in review. The idea is to post that on maybe Wednesdays, so record Thursday and Monday, edit that and put it out on Wednesday or something like that. That's the idea. We'll see if that happens, but that's the attempt. So today is Thursday, February 20th, and let's talk about what I've been reading. So I'll talk about what I've been reading since Monday, because that's what I normally do. Well, I started late Monday. Actually, I think a little before that, but I finished it like 10 minutes ago. The Great Alone, and boy, So, I'm not very put together right now because I just finished it and I love this book. Like, oh my god, I love this book. So, just put in perspective, this is my book club book. So, for a book club, we pick a book a month, and they're normally historical fictions or classics or just contemporaries. That's how I branch out and not just read a million fantasy series all the time. And so I normally just go into them with average expectations. We read some pretty middle of the road books, and we read some amazing books, and this is an amazing book. And I guess maybe I should have just believed everyone, because everyone rates it really highly on Goodreads, but man, I kind of briefly went over what this is about in my TBR, but you have a family that travels to live off the land in Alaska because the father has PTSD from Vietnam, and it's very tense, it's very gripping, you cannot put it down. And I'll hopefully have my thoughts more collected for my wrap-up. But I just finished this, and I'm hoping it doesn't give me a book hangover, because I've been doing really well and been enjoying a lot of what I've read. But yeah, I loved the point of view that we had from Lenny. I loved watching her grow up. She's like not a dumb teenager, which is like ideal. Really love it. So I should stop gushing about this because this is not a review on The Great Alone. It's just I just finished it. So those are my off the cuff like experiences. And lately I've been listening to the audiobook Summer Night by Jim Butcher. This is the fourth book in the Dresden Files series, a series I'd put down 2 years ago just because, it just happens, I guess, sometimes. I was in a bad place, and the character just went through some bad things, and I think, wasn't that gripped, so I just put it down. And I've been trying to get into at least having a audiobook around for when I'm doing dishes, or cooking, or working out, because I want to read more books, and I need to figure out how to utilize my time for that. And I love this voice actor because he was Spike in Buffy, and it's good. It's so far pretty average for me. And I'm about, I want to say 60-70% of the way through, but people keep telling me the series gets really great. So what I might do is just keep powering through the audiobooks as I have time, at least for a few more. And if I really still don't like it, I just stop. But it's a lot easier for me to DNF a series than it is a book, and it's not like I'm doing anything else with that time, although I do love podcasts, and I'm kind of missing them. Hey, you want to pop up again? So anyways, and the other book that I started last night, because Great Alone was getting too intense, and I've been having trouble sleeping, so I was trying to read a book that wouldn't keep me up all night, and that's the second book in the Renegades called Archenemies. I finished Renegades on Monday, and I liked it enough that when I saw the ebook was available at my library, I just picked it up. I wanted to continue this story in this superhero world. It's been pretty fun. I would say it's been a 4-star series for me so far, but I really like one of the main characters. So the two main characters are Adrian and Nova. they both have secrets that no one knows about, and they're both kind of being secretive about that. Like, you can definitely tell there's like, they're definitely supposed to be romantic pairings. So that's fine. It's what I want from my YA books like 99% of the time. And I just have really enjoyed this world building, and just the characters are nice. It's just fun. I'm just having fun. And that's sometimes why I read. Like, The Great Alone was great, but I'm hurting. I'm hurting a little bit. Oh my god, that was a roller coaster. Anyways, stop about The Great Alone. So that's my little check-in, and hopefully I'll have finished Archenemies and or The Summer Night by Monday, and I'll have started something else. I recently got like almost all the BookTube SFF Award nominations at my library, because I guess my library is really efficient. It said it had a bunch of holds, but I guess I just get them all now, which is fine. But I'm not really capable of reading more than like 4 books in 2 weeks, and I think that's like the amount of time I'm allowed to hold these books. So we'll see what happens. There are worse problems to have. I'll get over it. But yeah, let's give you one more look at my boy. He's such a stuffed animal. You can do anything you want with him. The other one's on the floor over there, and she doesn't like to be picked up. So I sometimes try to be nice and not. Oh, she's staring at ghosts now, so it's going to be a problem. Anyways, I will check in on Monday and let you know where I'm at. So it's Monday around 6:30, so I just got back from work. I actually did go to the gym and worked out for like 20 minutes, which is not a lot, but it's not nothing, so I'm going to take it. Had some food, and now I'm gonna just check in with what I've been reading since Thursday. And I didn't actually finish anything, which doesn't surprise me. I don't actually read a lot on the weekends. I actually read the most during the week for some reason, probably because my commute is an hour-ish each way, and so that's 2 hours of reading a day I get in the week for sure. And on the weekends, I don't have that, so I have to put in more effort on my own, and I'm generally hanging out with people more often if I can, so yeah. But I did make progress. I made some more progress in Archenemies, which is the ebook I'm reading right now, and I think I'm enjoying it a tiny bit less than Renegades, but it's still like fun. I'm having a good time. I think I'm getting over these teenagers making kind of mediocre, dumb decisions. I would like to get to the point where something bigger happens in the plot. Like, they both have these secrets, and I would really like them to be revealed soonish in this book. So we'll see. I mean, I'm having a good time. It's a pretty easy read, so I should have that done at least in my February wrap-up for sure. And the audiobook is still The Summer Night that I'm working on. I think I only have an hour left in it, and I am interested in it now, but not quite interested in it enough to keep working out for another hour, if that makes sense. We're at the point where a lot of the threads are coming together. I know this series kind of diverges, but this is still kind of one of those like magic-y detective books where there is this big mystery. Harry Dresden is like the wizard detective, and he is solving the mystery, and so the mystery has slowly been solved, and now we've got to try and fix things so the world doesn't end, because I guess the world's always ending. And it's enjoyable. I wish I was more invested. I really like to be like gripped in books. I really enjoy when I keep wanting to go back to them and not put them down. And this one I could easily just, if it weren't for the fact that I'm going to lose the audiobook in like 5 days, I probably wouldn't care. I kind of miss my podcasts a lot. I know I mentioned that in the previous clip. Hasn't changed. And then I did pick up a new one because I recently picked up way too many books from my library, so I need to make sure I read them, or else, I don't know, I guess I'll learn what the library fines are. And that is the 10,000 Doors of January. This book, I'm about 140 pages into, and I am liking it, but it is really slow paced for me. So the premise is you have January. She is a girl, and this is the early 20th century, so before World War I, and she's mixed, which I do really like. I really like that she has ambiguous heritage. Because I am mixed, and you know, I can't tell you how many times someone asked me in the summer when I have my tan, what are you? Or, you know, where are you from? You know, it's not a big deal. There are bigger problems, but it's annoying. So seeing her, you know, go through a world that really doesn't know how to take her in is something I find really compelling. You definitely have this like evil white savior character who I just hate, but I love to hate him. Like, I think that's really well written. This is one of those books within a book stories, and it's also a portal fantasy, which means the main character or other characters go through portals to other worlds. That's what I've learned. I haven't actually Googled it. Probably should have, but I'm pretty sure that's what a portal fantasy is. And I don't know. The writing style is really slow for me, and I have to be really focused to read it. If I am at all tired or just easily in a distracted mood, it's really hard for me to read it. Like, I'll find myself doing the whole reading a page and not realizing I'd read a paragraph and have missed something and have to go back. And I don't know if that's just a me thing or if it's the book thing. And the book within a book it's purposely written as more of a scholarly work, which means it's kind of drier than the actual narrative. And the narrative was already hard for me. So I think in general, my enjoyment is less just because the writing style isn't meshing with me and where I am right now, but the content is really cool and enjoyable. So I'm enjoying the content a lot. There's a lot of really cool ideas in here. I like the diversity in here. And, you know, it's starting to pick up. And like I said, I'm about a third, almost halfway. So I'm definitely nowhere near close to DNFing it. And one of the reasons I picked it up is it's on the short list for debut fictions. So I kind of want to vote in the BookTube SFF this year as like the popular vote, not a judge. I'm not important. But so I want to read all of the things in a category I vote for just to be informed. And also, sorry about all this noise you may or may not be hearing in the background. I don't know. I live in Boston, and I live like next to this alley, and this alley can either be perfectly quiet in a normal place and then rambunctious. There's a train right outside, and it honks at cars that pretend they can beat the train that's like 50 times bigger than it. I don't know. Boston it's a place. But yeah, that's what I have been reading. Hopefully, my goal is by Thursday, when I'm checking in with you guys again for the next vlog installment, is I want to finish 10,000 Doors. Definitely want to finish the Archenemies book. And I want to finish all 3 of these and start 1 or 2 other things, because there's a lot of stuff I want to be reading, which means I gotta wrap up some of these, and none of these have been books that I would hate for them to end, if that makes sense. So, that's where I'm at. I hope your Monday was good. And yeah, have a great day and week. Bye.